Welcome everyone. Welcome Galactic Spirits. I'm Jami Lynn, and happy Rainbow Day. Happy Soul Rainbow Day. And I'm going to be discussing what those energies are. But I just want you to know there are so many energies going on right now that I felt inspired and guided by my higher spirit to talk to you about what all these energies are going on. And everybody that I'm talking to is feeling something. You know, some people are saying, oh my gosh, I'm having these greatest breakthroughs and I just don't understand, and it doesn't really matter whether they understand the energies that's happening around them or not. And some people are having breakdowns. Now, doesn't matter breakdowns or breakthrough, the intention is, how do we take these energies, which I'm going to share every single juicy energy with you right now that we're all experiencing together, and there's so many of them, synchronicity and harmony right now that are so powerful that whether you're feeling them or not, they are influencing you in some way. And like I said, it doesn't matter whether it's the chicken or the egg, whether you're feeling something first because you're experiencing something and you're kind of going, why are all these really cool things happening right now? Or, wow, I don't know what's going on, but I'm feeling a little unsettled. But even though I'm feeling unsettled and I don't know really what's going on, I'm feeling really empowered all at the same time. So we're going to discuss what all of that's about in our third dimensional world, the world that we're experiencing, that we see, that we can manifest, the manifest universe, how do we create the life that we want. In the fourth dimension, how we learn to evolve our emotions and our thoughts, and how thoughts create form, and how the fourth dimension creates what we want in the third dimension, as well as how it evolves consciousness in the fifth dimension. And all of the energies at play are working with us right now on all of those things. And I have tons of notes because I don't want to miss anything. And our objective of having all of these energies at play is to set intentions for manifesting our wholeness. How do we become whole human beings? Not only having everything that we want in the third dimensional world, but evolving consciousness and our spiritual awareness. Spiritual awareness tapping into our telepathic abilities, our traveling to multidimensional worlds through galactic portals, through teleportation, and all of those energies. And as you know quite well from a lot of the discussions that we've had in the recent past about how our brains are only being utilized about 5%. And all of the information that I'm going to share with you today and all these energies are really helping to evolve our consciousness and tap into deeper parts of our brains that we're not using very often. So let's start with the third dimension. And wowza, wowza, wowza! Everything that we're talking about in our third, fourth, and fifth dimensional experience that we're having now is beautifully sandwiched in between the time of the super full moon and the full lunar eclipse, which was incredibly spectacular. I know that everybody watching had a chance to see it. And the upcoming new moon. Now, the upcoming new moon's pretty cool because guess what, everybody? It is Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year always starts on the first new moon in springtime. And we are going to, well, let's start talking about how to manifest goals right now with your third dimensional world using Feng Shui. Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'm an internationally renowned Feng Shui master. I've written 6 books, taught all over the world, and I think my first book came out in 1995. Even Deepak Chopra gave me a beautiful testimonial on it. And we're going to use my favorite toy to help explain some of those Feng Shui energies. Now, why is Feng Shui important? It is the basis of how we live within our secondary temple. Our first temple is our body. And is your home supporting all of your desires. And with Chinese New Year, your feng shui is changing, and this is how it works. I'm going to share with you what a lot of feng shui masters don't know, but here it goes. There are 3 levels of feng shui. First, your natal house chart, which you orient your major furniture, the colors of your carpet, the colors of your walls, the materials based upon 5-element theory, and that is how you decorate your house with. But every year, your feng shui changes based upon the heaven energies. Now, what I find so cool about this toy is that it also works with galactic energies, which we're going to talk about in a second. By the way, I think this is also designed according to Fibonacci relationships, but I'm not sure, and maybe I'm making that up, but who cares? It's a pretty cool thought. And while we're talking about really cool energies, I'm totally changing the subject, but don't worry, I'm a Gemini. I always come back to the place I left off. I just want you to see where I'm sharing this information from. And my beautiful husband Joel, if you'll just scan the room, I'm sitting in our, what I call our meditation area, in a copper pyramid that Joel designed for us for deeper meditation. It's embellished with tons of crystals. Crystals are the energizers and harness energy, as well as you can store energy with them. Sitting with the base, beautiful selenite with some Isis rods at my feet. I think I'll put my feet on them, with the Oregon chakra pyramid there. And my intention is to become a clear channel for you as I provide all of this information. And I just want to show you how, when I come into sacred space, this is where I hang out. So I'm using all the energy that's stored in this sacred space, in my sacred temple. And Joel's hitting one of our bowls, our crystal bowls over there, so you can share that beautiful energetic vibration and that frequency. And by the way, if you feel my energy kind of rising, it's very possible that the crystal bowls are picking up my frequency, and they're very, very sensitive, and you might really find a really cool resonance. So this is the energy, feng shui energy of the year, and I just want you to know this because, like I said, your energy changes every year. And just as a primer on that, there's good feng shui energies and bad feng shui energies, and there happens to be 9 of them, from the best of the best to the worst of the worst. And you can get your yearly success map. It looks like this on my Feng Shui Interior Design.com website with a hyphen in between. And your best energies for this year are the southeast. That's the one where you can almost go to the beach and be successful with relationships, if it's your bedroom or your head's pointing there, or if it's your office where you're working, for example. And the worst energy of the year happens to be the north. And honey, since you're watching here, this is our front door, and one of the remedies that we have the worst energies coming into our front door this year, but I'm not worried because we are going to reduce it with a metal chiming wind chime, so the energy of the sound vibration can minimize that energy. So all the energies, like I said, are on fengshuiinteriordesign.com, but please do from the best of the best to the southeast to the worst of the worst in the north. Let me give you a few others. The west is the area of sickness. You want to reduce that, but you've also got some really great energies in the southwest and the northeast and also the northwest. And by the way, the center of your house is really good this year. It's got the energy of all future possibility. So make sure that the center of your house is uncluttered and it's well illuminated, and it's really, really comfortable in that space. So that's your feng shui tip, and that will help you because it is your secondary temple with all of the other energies that we're going to talk about. Now, let's talk about our galactic energies, beautiful galactic spirits. So many energies are going on. Remember, all of this is happening between the supermoon and the new moon, which is coming in about 7-8 days or so. So I don't want to forget anything. So today is, and maybe this chart looks a little familiar. This is the Tzolk'in, and according to the law of time light codes, there are 260 days that have all these magical mathematical synchronicities of how the time chunks are broken down, and they're all in perfect alignment to make up the 260 days. Well, not only are we ending the 260 days today, actually it's tomorrow, but we're going to talk about these 3 days right here, because the 3 days are like super important. Not only are we finishing the 260-day cycle, we are also starting a brand new spin. Now, every 260 days, we have a magical opportunity to go through every single manifestation that we can use to create our wholeness. Now, every 260 days, it gets better and better. So we're layering on top of our experience when we are tracking all these energies. So these 260 days also align with, here's the cool synchronicity, 13 28-day cycles, because 13 times 28 equals 260. And these cycles are called the moons. Kind of like the same as the Native Americans call it a moon cycle, we call it months. But that's really confusing. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. We never know where we are unless we are singing the song. So with the law of time and galactic spirit codes, these light codes, you always know where you are in time and space. And during this chunk of time, in the next 3 days, finishing the 260-day cycle, we are also starting a new moon cycle of 28 days. So we've got a really cool new beginning going on there. We just finished the resonant moon, and the resonant moon was about being of service to others, and we're starting the new 28-day cycle known as the Galactic Moon, and the Galactic Moon is really cool. And it aligns with all the other energies that I'm about to tell you, because this is the moon of how do we live our purpose? Are we living in our belief systems? Are we living in our authenticity? Are we living in our wholeness? Are we doing what we do? Are we fulfilling our destiny? And if you're not sure whether you're living your destiny or not, this is really easy to figure out. Are you following your bliss or are you not? So during the next 28 days, that's the energy that we're going to be working with. And there's other really cool energies to work with too. So what we just did the spin. Look how cool this toy is. The spin of 260 days, which we're starting, within starting a new moon cycle. And keep in mind that just because we're starting the 260 days, it doesn't always perfectly align with a new moon cycle. So that is really cool. What's also really cool is we've got another brand new cycle that we're starting. And this cycle is called a wave spell. I like to call it a 13-day adventure. Again, these always don't line up, but they're all lining up right now. That's why there's so much energy in the stars and the heavens, and that it is there to be of service to you to me, to all of us, to really find what we want to do with our lives and to fulfill our destiny. Now, starting a new 13-day adventure, a new wave spell, we just completed the Star Wave spell, which is all about beauty and art. And I like to call it the art of creation, where we can see gratitude for all of the energies that we've experienced this past 260 days. And now we're moving into a new wave spell called the Dragon. So from the star to the dragon, as we start the 260-day cycle over again. So the next 13 days are all about new discovery. What is your purpose? What are you going to do during this next 260 days? Is it being of service to you? And just as a little primer of each wave spell, and there's a video on Galactic Spirit that I created just for you on how these 13-day cycles work. But let me give you a little primer on how that is right now. Whenever a new wave spell or adventure, 13-day adventure starts, it's like, oh, what's the purpose of this energy? New discoveries. And then the first day, it's like you can start thinking about, what do I want to discover this cycle? What do I want to attract? The next day, it's like, oh, I figured it out. Maybe you've got 13 days to figure it all out. But the next one is, I might have challenges with that. What do those challenges look like? The third day is activating activating what it is. And in this cycle, we are activating not only new discovery, but we're activating the new moon cycle of what we want to discover, as well as how we want to cycle our entire new spin of 28 days. I think that is super, super cool. In addition to that, we are in a very auspicious time. So we just did the moon cycle. We just did the 13-day adventure cycle, all syncing up. And today is Happy Rainbow Day. Now, this isn't just any rainbow day. This rainbow day is a rainbow, what I call soul energy day. I'm feeling the vibrations of those beautiful crystal balls. I don't know about you in cyberspace, but I'm certainly feeling them. And Joel just gave us a beautiful ting of one. A rainbow day. Well, a rainbow day happens every week. And every day of the week is a different color, and you go through each of the 7 colors or 7 chakras 4 times in each moon cycle. Remember, we just talked about the moon cycle. Now, what I find so cool about the Galactic Spirit light codes based upon the law of time frequencies is that it follows my color alchemy work. Now, my color alchemy work, I wrote a book about it about 8 years ago, about how every day of the week is a different color. And each day of the week, you can actually look at the different color, and they each have a mental and a spiritual and a physical attribute, starting with the energies of the chakras perfectly aligning and grounding those energies. Let me give you a little primer on that because it's really exciting. If in fact you know a little about the chakras and the colors that align, I'm just going to put this down, and align with the chakras, because I'm going to use my body and where the alignment of those chakras are, is that the root chakra is the energy of the lowest vibration and the lowest frequency, and it happens to vibrate to the color red. So as you move up the chakras, if you know a little bit about the chakras, if not, check out coloralchemy.com and my award-winning book on the chakras. What happens is the frequency of red starts to vibrate a little bit faster as it moves up your spinal column and activating your kundalini energy, and the color itself, as red's vibrating a little faster, turns into orange. Why do we see orange as compared to red? Because it's vibrating to a higher frequency. So not only are we moving up the rainbow of colors, happy Rainbow Day, because today is where all of the energies of the 7 chakras come together. We move up the chakras, vibrating at higher frequencies, and the colors are changing. Why is a rainbow? Why in a rainbow is the color purple all at first, and then indigo, then blue, then green, then yellow, and Roy G. Biv, I'm trying to work that on you while I'm trying to think about it, but these frequencies are vibrating as well and changing color, as well as the Hindis were so brilliant as they started evolving these energy centers in your body, because as you're vibrating to a higher frequency, these energies in your body are vibrating at higher dimensions. Now, let's add another layer to that using Galactic Spirit and Law of Time codes. As you, every day, as you move into a different color of the day and you're tapping into the energy of those chakras, you can also turn into, here's a new word, plasma. And guess what a plasma is? The plasma is the energy of the chakra. It's the fueling station that you can enhance and grow your chakras through your 4th dimensional mental ability, through meditation, upping the frequency, tuning those chakras using light and heat, that you can actually use the plasma to move more into the 5th dimensional realms, the place of God, the place where the speaking tube of God is, which I hope that I'm speaking to you with, grounded by the selenite at my feet, all the way to the top of the pyramid. So I'm kind of channeling this energy because I don't want to forget anything, and I want to make sure you got everything. So if in fact every week within the moon, and stay tuned, we're going to do more classes on how to evolve your plasmas to enhance your chakras as an extension of my color alchemy work. Now we're going to get into Synchronistic Yoga, which is the vibration of those plasmas and the activation of the light and heat to actually connect with the rainbow bridge, connecting to our 5th dimensional world, which will increase our telepathy, our enter into portals, seeing multidimensionally, time travel, and all of those other parts of our brain that we haven't really been activating since we started evolving. And speaking of evolution, since I'm motivated to tell you this is so cool. These light codes are almost fast-tracking human consciousness. Now think about this. This is the first time in Manifest Universe where we as human beings can actually fast-track conscious evolution. Think about it. When we were amoebas and we were evolving and ultimately to where we were monkeys, we evolved because of need and necessity and natural selection. What worked for us to evolve into all these wonderful four-leggeds and two-leggeds and winged ones and all of the above to make our glorious planet? But this is the first time that we have consciousness. We can say to ourselves through our fourth dimensional reality, controlling our emotions, controlling our thoughts, using thought to create form, saying within our evolved minds, our controlled minds, not our monkey minds, saying, I want to evolve consciousness. First time in conscious evolution have we been able to do that. And when we work together as a collective species, unified in not only our personal wholeness, but our planetary and galactic wholeness, tapping into the Akashic records, working together, or the noosphere. I know I'm throwing in some words that you might not be familiar with, but that's okay. One day, as we continue these lessons, it's all going to come back for you, and it's all going to make sense, so don't worry about it. So collectively, we are then evolving our conscious mind, our mind with capital M-I-N-D, as compared to our individual minds, into evolving our species into a species that is more of a light body. And to just change the subject, because I'm motivated, I'm inspired to tell you, I love the movie Cocoon. And the reason why I love it so much, and I hope you remember it, is when Brian Dennehy, he was the alien, but we weren't real sure what was going on. But he was the light being that came down to our planet to take all the elders up, the old crones and the old geezers, just like me, in order to bring them to another dimension or to another universe. And I love the one little snapshot. I show this picture on a lot of my presentations where Brian Dennehy looks right into the camera and he pulls his eye down or he gives you a little wink, and in there you see that being of light that he is. We are those beings of light. We are evolving our conscious creation right now, and this is the light codes that I'm giving you, and that's what I'm exploring with you during Galactic Spirit. And just as a reminder, you can go to galacticspirit.com. I give tons of stuff away for free. Please, I don't do it for the money. I do it because maybe in my small way, if I'm evolving myself consciously and learning by sharing these things with you, then you'll want to evolve your consciousness too. Now, why is this a soul day? I told you I always come back. Every moon, as I'm repeating myself here, but it's good to hear it again, every moon we travel through each of the 7 chakras, the 7 colors, and each of the energy centers known as the plasmas that are fueling the chakras. So every week we do that. And on the 28th rainbow day, so at the end of each week, that's when all of the colors come together and make the rainbow day. Well, at the end of each moon is the soul day, because each week we are tapping into a different dimension. So as we travel down each week, we get higher dimensional energies, and it culminates in our soul. So today is a Rainbow Soul Day. So what we've done as a reminder, I don't think I need those notes. What we've done as a reminder, we've talked, yes, let's do this. Yes, let's do this. We are completing the 260 days. We are completing a new moon cycle. Can you see that? We're completing a new moon cycle of how do I serve, starting a new moon cycle with how do I fulfill my destiny? Oh, no wonder these energies are so exciting. We're moving into a new 13-day adventure coming off of the Star Wave spell, beauty and graciousness and the art of creation. I like to call it gratitude also, because we're grateful for the 260 days that ended, and we're starting with a new wave spell, a new 13-day with discovery. How are we going to see how we're going to evolve consciously in those next 260 days? And now we're going to talk about the there we go. That's the one that fits. Daily energies. Really important daily energies too. And every day of the 260 days, within the 13 days, within the 28 days, within the 260 days is a very, very specific energy to evolve your consciousness as you are tracking through what it is you want to accomplish with your life. And right now, on this Soul Rainbow Day, it is the day of the crystal storm. And by the way, everybody, I have 260 videos online for you to really learn what each of these energies are and how they work with your third dimensional body, your mental body, fourth dimension, and your fifth dimensional spiritual body. So take advantage of that. That is on galacticspirit.com, and those are the short little versions that are for free, and I even welcome you to get 28 days of the fuller versions for free on galacticspirit.com. Please, I welcome you to get that and to evolve your consciousness. Back to today. Today's a really cool day. It's called the Crystal Storm. And the Crystal Storm is about cooperative breaking. It's the storm. It's like, don't you feel right now we are in the place of the calm before the storm? What is breaking? What is breaking down in order for you to have a breakthrough? I love the storm energy. It's like all this energy comes and then the lightning cracks and breaks everything up. Keep in mind, this is such a beautiful analogy. I wish I could remember who first said it. Things have to break in order to let the light in. So what happens today, that is the energy of today. What's breaking? For me, I had a couple things, and everything could be different for you. Take a look at what's going on with your life today. I had a couple things scheduled. They weren't quite feeling right, and then they broke apart. Now, what did they break apart for? It's about to have the reflection, your mental, your fourth dimensional consciousness, not thinking that, oh my gosh, things broke, oh, woe is me, what's going on here? Thinking, controlling your thoughts, controlling your emotions to say, what is the light? What was the breakdown? Moving aside for the breakthrough that is happening during this time of new beginnings. And I don't know about you guys, but I am feeling so empowered right now, almost in the not knowing what's going on. So that's the energy of today. Tomorrow, we're completing the entire 260-day cycle with the cosmic sun. Breakthrough to allow the light to come in. Remember, you have to break with the storm. The sun says, cosmic storm says, what is the I got goosebumps. What is the illumination? What is the illumination between what is happening now in cosmic consciousness, in cosmic history, in the energies that you're experiencing right now, to start new, to start fresh into this whole new world that is evolving for us as we take charge of how we want to evolve our fifth dimensional consciousness, as well as our third dimensional world, manifesting everything we desire. And one doesn't work without the other. They're all in perfect harmony. They're all in perfect synchronicity, working in perfect harmony, keeping in mind that every day might not be perfect, but that's okay. If you hold your consciousness and allow things to pass through you as compared to wallowing in that space, then you can use every single 260 daily energy to help you. So the daily energy, we've done Cosmic Storm on this beautiful rainbow soul day, coming into the completion of all of the colors of the energies of our chakras with the plasmatic energy centers with Cosmic Yoga. We're starting a new moon cycle. How do we best fulfill our destiny? And the daily energy within the 13-day adventure of new discovery is the first day of really sitting down and saying, oh, I am grateful for the storm that broke me so the light can come in for new discovery. And those, my dear galactic spirits, are the energies that are happening for us now. Really powerful, really exciting. Take advantage of them. Start tracking the energies. Go ahead and get them at galacticspirit.com. Please do. I'm posting stuff on Facebook all the time to help you to remember when the rainbow days are and some other really powerful days are as well. And remember your Feng Shui on Chinese New Year. I know that we have to change our bed location. We designed our house according to Feng Shui principles about 8 years ago with the intention of being able to move our bed. If you can't move your bed to one of the better, here, let's get this chart, to one of the better energies for this year, certainly you want to do a remedy. So if your head happens to be facing sickness or total, what did I call that? Bad juju. I can't remember at the moment. Bad juju, please do a remedy for that. Try to face one of your best directions and one of the good energies for the year. So all these energies, so the good energies come in through your crown chakra while you're sitting at your desk or you're eating. Your eating chair or your meditation chair, make sure you're facing one of the good directions as compared to the bad ones, because you want to receive through your heart chakra. Let me just give you a little consolidation on that. When you're sleeping, you're receiving energy through your crown chakra. When you're sitting, you're receiving energy through your heart chakra. So that is the energies of our third dimensional world, which are changing on Chinese New Year. Go ahead, have a look at those energies with your chart. Wow, I feel really complete. I feel like we wrapped up all the synchronistic energies of everything that's happening right now. I've given you the reasons of how to take advantage of them and why you can set your intentions right now to manifest a new 260-day magnificent spin, the Chinese New Year, which lasts for a whole, and these energies last for a whole year also. We've talked about why you might be feeling kind of on or off or empowered or questioning. So we've really done a lot in the time we've had together. And just as a wind-up, Galactic Spirits, I am so grateful for the opportunity to have learned this information, to continue to research and study and see how it affects me and all the people in my world and my clients, to be able to share how powerful and magnificent and perfect and whole and just how, I don't know, it just blows me away. So I hope you learned something from the video. Do like and share it with others, and know that my galactic spirit heart honors the galactic spirit within you. The Hindis say namaste. The Galactic Mayans say in Lakesh, do unto others is how we say it best. And let me just sign off from my heart to yours. It's a privilege and an honor. Thank you so much for your time. Make it a great time.